What's good, my peoples? Welcome to the Afterthought here, giving you a report of the latest trade that has just happened. And I looked on NBA.com, so this is basically legit. It's official. Carmelo Anthony is an Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, basically, in this, it's obviously going to wait. There's no trade clause because he wants to be on a championship team. Carmelo Anthony is tired of just being a losing team every year, just under 500, not contending. He's only getting older now. He's ready to basically win a championship. Man, with the Thunder, he can basically do it. So this works out for both teams because for one, it gives the New York Knicks a chance to start pretty much completely over. The Knicks knew they wasn't going to win no championship with Carmelo Anthony. He was never going to take them that far. The man does not play enough defense for them to be a serious team anyway. So for the Knicks trading Carmelo Anthony and Carmelo Anthony waiving his no trade clause, they've able to get back Enes Kanter, which is actually a great defender inside the paint. You could pair him up with Porzingis, or you could rotate Joakim Noah if you want. He could play the power forward and the center position. Then they get Doug McDermott, who's actually a great 3-point shooter. And Doug McDermott can actually have a chance to actually start and have a much bigger role now than when he was accustomed in both Chicago and OKC. Because Doug McDermott was never going to be a starter for the Thunder. Even though he's a better shooter than Roberson, Roberson just had an advantage over McDermott because of his height. That's the only problem, the height and defense. But now McDermott will have a chance to not only get a big contract, but have a starting role with the Knicks. And plus, they get a first-round draft pick, a fresh draft pick at that. So this is definitely a plus for the Thunder. The Thunder are pretty much doing what they got to do to try to get to the championship basically next year. To me, the Thunder are now a second seed without a shadow of a doubt. You got Russell Westbrook, who is the 2017 MVP, who's averaged over 40 points a game, 30 in between 30 and 40, triple-double every night. You got Paul George, you just acquired in the summertime in another trade, who's another all-star, a great shooter, and can defend quite well. The problem with Paul George is, like I said, the Indiana Pacers were just going through too many problems. He just didn't want to be there no more. Now Paul George, can have it easier now. And Carmelo Anthony, he may not give you defense, but he's going to give you plenty of offense. The Thunder now can keep up with most of the teams. They now have a legit shot at beating Golden State. And for those that know the Russell Westbrook Durant beef, Russell Westbrook would like nothing more than to get back to the Western Conference Finals and pretty much end Golden State. He wants to put them out. He wants to destroy them. He wants to get his revenge on Kevin Durant. Now, since both of them are now MVPs. Yeah, I don't see too many teams really beating this Thunder team. They're officially a super team now. Officially. So yeah, you can pretty much count OKC as a second seed. Yeah, Golden State gonna still be king of the East, of the West. The East too, let's just face it, Golden State is still a dynasty team. They still got the Splash Brothers, you still got Durant, you still got Green on that team, but with Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, and Paul George, and let's not forget too, they acquired what was it, the guy from the Toronto Raptors. Yeah, Patrick Patterson. There you go. Patrick Patterson, a great defender, and can give you the 3-point shot. Raymond Felton is a fairly decent defender. He didn't do too good with the Clippers because he was out. I think he was just overweight. Now that Raymond Felton have time to just get in shape, he'll be effective when he gets back going. Okay, you still got Roberson. Even though Roberson is not going to give you a 3-point shot that well, he can be good on the inside. He is a good rebounder. He has defense. The man is like 6'5", 6'6". Okay, and you still got Steven Adams, who's a very aggressive center for his size. He's one of the best centers in the league now. Steven Adams is like top 8, top 5 in centers. Yeah, he's no Boogie Cousins. He's no Al Horford or nothing like that, but he's still Steven Adams going to give you a second chance opportunity to make another shot. And plus, they're better in a 3-point now. They're a better 3-point shooting team. Russell Westbrook doesn't have to average no 30 to 40-something points a game like he'd been doing last season. Now he has help. Basically, Carmelo Anthony and Paul George is basically his Durant and Ibaka, pretty much. Okay, the Thunder have what they had 2 seasons ago. So yeah, I don't see no other reason why they can't reach the Western Conference Finals. I mean, yeah, I like my Clippers, the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Are gonna still be competitive. Houston got Chris Paul and James Harden, but they're not gonna beat this team. No, this Thunder team is now a force to be reckoned with. Now they are to truly be taken seriously. Because that just means Russell Westbrook can pretty much do whatever he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? He could play the defense he wants to play now. Russell Westbrook will not have no problems at all keeping them in the game. Carmelo Anthony, shooting wise, is going to keep you in the game. big time. Like Carmelo Anthony could give you 24 on a worst night, and even Paul George. All they really need Paul George to do now is give you another 3, shoot the ball or defend. And plus against Durant and Kawhi Leonard, they're not gonna have a problem. Paul George could take on any small forward. Paul George has no fear at all with his size. He could do tremendous things. And plus, this makes Russell Westbrook and Paul George want to re-sign when they're free agents next season. So the Thunder actually know what they're doing. Billy Donovan knows that with Carmelo Anthony and Paul George with the lineup he has now, he could get to the finals. Donovan, in his first year, I'll give him his credit. He got to the Western Conference Finals and had the Golden State Warriors down 3-1. He could pretty much take advantage of this now. Okay, Billy Donovan, y'all seen him in Florida, excellent coach. And with the weapons he has now, he now officially has a big 3, a legit big 3. These 3 are all-stars in their own right, multi-time all-stars. Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, they both got Olympic gold medal. And yeah, and I feel sorry for Paul George. He broke his leg. He didn't get a chance to get an Olympic gold medal, but still, the man is effective. This team, like I said, they're number 2. I can see this team honestly getting to the finals next year because for those that like me, I don't like Golden State, period. Y'all know how much I don't like Golden State. They're the rival team. But I would love to see this OKC team get to the finals because to me, Westbrook deserves it. To me, I don't agree with Durant leaving Westbrook to fend for himself like that. But hey, karma comes back around. What goes around comes around. In Westbrook's case, karma is back in his favor. So the balls is basically on this OKC's court right now. All it takes for them to do is just win. And now Carmelo Anthony's back in familiar territory now. He's back on the Western Conference. So officially, the Western Conference is now the best conference. Nobody's going to really be watching the East. Because to me, the Eastern Conference is just Boston, pretty much in Cleveland. Boston, Cleveland, maybe Miami, and Milwaukee. But that's just about it. Yeah, the Philadelphia 76ers will probably make the playoffs. Charlotte will definitely make the playoffs. But still, nobody's really going to be paying attention to the East. It's going to be all West. Everybody knows that the West and the East, you're going to have Carmelo Anthony going back to the finals anyway. Unless let's say, Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving can gel with Al Horford. Unless that can happen in the first year, they're not going to beat Cleveland. Cleveland has now Jay Crowder, who's another defender, along with Jeff Green, Derrick Rose off the bench. You got Isaiah Thomas, who averages 29. Cleveland is still a strong team. Now, yeah, Washington may can sneak up in there. I'm not going to count out Washington all in these. I say it's going to be between Cleveland and Washington because Scott Brooks is the head coach. He's going to turn John Wall into another Russell Westbrook. You got Boston. It's going to be out of Washington, Miami, Cleveland. Yeah, the Wizards, Heat, the Cavs, and the Celtics. Pretty much is going to be them 4. I'm going to be only 2 teams with Milwaukee. That's the only 5 teams. But the West got not only Golden State, now you got OKC. You got Houston with Chris Paul and James Harden. The Clippers with Gallinari, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Pat Beverly's also over there with Lou Williams. The Denver Nuggets got Joe Tix and Paul Millsap. You know what I'm saying? With Moutier, who's emerging. The Sacramento Kings got Zach Randolph over there. They're going to see how they do. You know what I'm saying? Portland's still going to be Portland right now. You know what I'm saying? You got the Pelicans right now with Boogie Cousins and Anthony Davis, Rajon Rondo, Drew Holiday. Minnesota Timberwolves are who they all acquired. Jamal Crawford, Jimmy Butler, Taj Gibson, Jeff Teague. Okay, the West is the most watched now. Everybody's going to be watching the West now. The Western Conference is going to be making the most money. The East, like I said, the East, we know how that goes. But the West, all eyes on the Western Conference this year. This is the Western Conference year to really get some exciting basketball going. So anyway, y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. But my prediction right now, I got Oklahoma City coming out the West. They now have a team that can beat the Golden State Warriors. The only reason why I'm not putting San Antonio in no more because Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker need to go. You know what I'm saying? They're getting older. Rudy Gay is getting older too. I know they signed Rudy Gay, but Rudy Gay is starting to age now. He's starting to have injuries. And even then, Paul Gasol is not what he used to be. Paul Gasol is not Lakers Paul Gasol no more. He's not in his late 20s, early 30s anymore. Paul Gasol is reaching like 36, 37 himself. So San Antonio they're just too old. They're definitely not going to beat this OKC team that still has a lot of younger players off the bench as well. Okay, so yeah, that's just my prediction. I got OKC coming out the Western Conference next season. Because with Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, and Paul George, they now have a shot to go to the finals. That's almost a lock right now. It's going to be between them and Golden State like it was 2 years ago. Except Durant's now on the enemy team. He's on the opposite team now. Y'all stay blessed. Stay tuned. I'll see you soon.